Joe Kleen, Southern Hospitality, February 12th, 1990, 79. Captain James' announcement of "Drinks are available, enjoy yourselves" did not usher in a capsizable shift in the Little Bird's weight distribution, despite the migration of a dozen passengers converging from the far corners of starboard, stern, port, and bow to the centrally located tiny galley where drinks began to flow. The easygoing Marley reggae was displaced by more animated, hard-driving music, which also rose in volume. John returned from the galleys to the ship's stern with 2 red solo cups, one of which he handed to Lois, declaring, "No mimosas, so I got you a screwdriver with a heavy dash of seltzer." "However shall I survive?" Lois responded with a grin. "Really roughing it out here on the rolling waves, aren't we?" "Oh, yeah," John answered with a chuckle. "We may need therapy when we get back home. Oh, hey, there's water at the bar, too." "Good to know," Justin said, head bopping to Donna Summers. "This time it's for real." Adding, "Hey, babe, want to dance?" Kelsey shook her head and laughed. "Not yet. I like to be fashionably late when I hit the dance floor." Misty whispered in Joe's ear. "Seems to be a trend. Arriving late, that is." Joe put his hand to his right ear as his left eyebrow rose. "Huh?" he asked. "Can't hear you over the music." "No worries," Misty said loudly, hands cupped around her mouth to form a makeshift megaphone. "I'll tell you later," she concluded with an eyebrow raise. Joe, missing the innuendo, shrugged, nodded, and asked, "How about you? Ready to clear the dance floor with those hips of yours?" "Thanks," Misty said with a faint scowl. "You calling my hips fat?" "Bodacious," Joe declared, not rising to the bait. "You shake 'em till I'm stirred. What do you say?" "I'm going to stick to plan A and hold off until I've had a couple." "Spoiled sport." "Fine, I'll wait," Joe says with a grin. The party rocked on with both the music's tempo and volume increasing. John, finishing his first drink, asked Lois, "Ready for another?" "Not yet, thanks." "Anybody else?" he asked. Phil's mouth opened as his head and right index finger went up, but a raised eyebrow from Courtney closed his mouth. Joe covered his mouth to stifle his laugh and said, "Sure, John, I'll join you. Misty, you ready for one?" "One or the first one?" she asked, head tilted. "Yes," Joe said, smiling. "One for now, but the first one of many after our dive. What do you want?" "Vodka, cranberry, and orange juice," Misty said with a shake of her head. "So much for self-control, eh?" "No worries," Joe responded. "We are on vacation after all. Right, Just?" "Amen. I'd better join you two. I'd hate for you to get lost." Courtney sighed, shook her head, and said, "I'd hate to be 100% sober around 3 cleans with a couple drinks under the belts. Give me one too, sweetie." "That sounds like a very sound game plan," Lois said with a smile. "Kelsey, you going to hold off?" "I am. It's tough being a paragon of virtue when you hang out with this crowd." "That's for sure," Justin said. "Lead on, John. Take us to your leader."